88.1 FM KFCF. You're locked in right here on Set Free Radio. It's your guy, Frankie D. And right now, we've been promising him the entire show. Exclusively on the line, hanging out with us tonight, we got Rodney Perry. How's it going, fam?
What's up, Frankie D?
Oh, man, we are definitely having a good time in here. How's things going? Now, where are you at right now?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where I make my home now since we started shooting the Monique show. I moved down here and I'm loving it, man. So thanks for having me.
All right, so down in the ATL. Well, once again, I'm thanking you for coming on to the show. Now, for many that don't know who you are, can you take a moment just to tell our audience about Rodney Perry and what you represent?
Well, I'm a stand-up comic first. I've been performing and doing stand-up comedy for the last 15 plus years. All of the shows from Def Jam to Comic View to the Apollo, and I've been starting to get my acting chops in with movies like Johnson Valley Vacation, and most recently, Medea's Big Happy Family, and on television. Also, I work with Monique. I'm a co-host on the late night talk show on BET nightly. So it's been a great few years and a great run, and I'm anxious to see what happens in the next chapter.
Okay. Now, being around some of the comedy greats, what do you consider to be some of the main ingredients to longevity in the entertainment world like you've had for so much of your career?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I've had the privilege of working with some great comedians. George Lopez was the first guy to take me out on the road. Sid the Entertainer showed me, how to be a great people person. Steve Harvey showed me how to be a great businessman. And Monique embodies all of those qualities that all those comics have. And in addition, she tempers everything with love. So, I think that's the secret. I think what they all share, and all the comedians that I know that are successful share, is they're willing to work when everybody else is asleep. I mean, there is no substitute for hard work. And if you can develop the right work ethic, then I think that you can achieve any goal you set before yourself.
Okay, that sounds definitely lovely right there. Now, a question for you. You're a veteran in the game. I mean, I've been following you for a while, and when it comes to comedy, I mean, you always have us on the floor when it comes to stand-up. What inspires you after doing it for so many years to keep going and keep folk laughing?
Well, I think my bigger purpose as a comedian is to lighten people's burden. I mean, if you make it about yourself, you're gonna, kind of lost and kind of, it's easy to kind of try to find your motivation. It's just all about you, but ultimately it's about the people that come to that audience and lighten their burdens. When somebody comes into a comedy club or a theater, you never know what they have on them. The economy is bad. People got their bills on, their kids on, their wife on, their husband on. And if they come for a few minutes and depart from that and laugh, that's a win. I had a lady come to me in Indianapolis. I was doing the Morocco Theater up there. And she came and she was like, I lost my son earlier this year. And I haven't laughed since then. And I laughed tonight thanks to you. And that's the bigger purpose of what we do, and then I love it. I just love making people laugh, short answer.
Okay, definitely. Now, one question, we got to get ready to get in the break, but I do want to ask this question, and this will take us into break. We remember you from the days of Def Comedy Jam and Comic View, like you said before. I mean, I've seen you on Jamie Foxx's Laugh-A-Palooza, to now seeing you on mainstream projects such as Tyler Perry's Medea's Big Happy Family, and co-hosting the Monique show. How has the transition been for you in your journey from, being the comic on stage to now jumping into the mainstream?
Well, I kind of reject the mainstream because it's the same stream. I mean, I've been in the same stream for a long time. I'm a stand-up comic first, and my comedy has fueled all the other opportunities that I've gotten. So I really haven't changed streams, but the stream that I was in initially, that was like maybe not a strong gush of water, is now a full-fledged white water rapid. You know, it's the same stream, but further up the rapids, the stream gets, you know, more hectic. So I'm just thankful that I've been able to take this journey up to this point. And again, I'm excited to see what happens next, because, you know, as you do get on the main stage, people expect more out of you, so you got to be prepared to deliver a little more. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a stand-up comic, so I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. My role on Medea's Big Happy Family came because I was doing stand-up. My role in Johnson Valley Vacation came because I was doing stand-up. And my role on the Monique Show came because I was doing stand-up. So, you know, I ain't smart enough to do a lot of things different, so I just keep telling jokes and then see what God blesses me with.
All right. Right now, Set Free Fam, you're locked in with me, Frankie D, Miss Rochelle, and our guest on the line, Rodney Perry, co-host of the Monique Show and many other great laugh adventures. But right now, what we're going to do is get back into the music. Y'all don't go nowhere. This is Set Free Radio.
Frankie D and Miss Rochelle. Set Free Radio.
88.1 FM, Set Free Radio. Look, it has been a crazy night. The phones have been off the hook, and exclusive on the line. Yo, we've been chilling with comic extraordinaire Rodney Perry. How you doing? Are you hanging in there with us, Rodney?
Hey, man, I'm down like both my times on Set Free Radio.
Man, we really want to thank you for coming out and kind of jumping back in. You know, I want to ask a deep question for you. You know, earlier in the show, we mentioned a lot of people are really going through. I mean, at least for myself, I know I've been facing challenges as of late, but just people are going through with the economy or family issues, problems, things of that nature. And when I turn on and see you on stage with Monique, I mean, it's an escape at a certain point, but the main ingredient, at least for myself, to the Monique Show and what you both do is the inspiration. So when I say that, and when I watch the show, it encourages me and it uplifts me night in and night out. When life gets crazy for you, Rodney, what are some of the things, or do you turn to God? Do you turn to fam? What are some of the things that helps you to hold on in the trying times?
Wow, man, what a great question, man. And thank you for the compliment on the show. I mean, one of the things that Monique and I say all the time to each other is that this show is bigger than us. You got to think, there hasn't been a forum to see people of color on television every night for years.
Right,
decades,
right.
You know, and so it's great to be a part of that. To get to your question, man, how do I find my piece? You know, the quick answer is, my recreation is kind of video games. You know, I play the PlayStation, you know, and I got some friends. You know, I'm real competitive. So any game that requires some type of competition, that's kind of where I find my solace at. You know, whether it be NBA 2K11 or John Madden football or dominoes or, you know, whatever that is, that's kind of where I find my solace at. You know, when I'm looking, you know, to spend time with just Rodney. Or beyond that, you know, of course, you know, I'm a very spiritual guy. You know, I get on my knees and pray when I really need some big help. And, you know, and my wife is kind of my rock in that respect. And my mom, you know, is my rock as well. So, you know, I've been real blessed to have some great friends and mentors. One of my best, Harry Radford, and he and I used to be a part of a comedy team. And Harry and I, you know, he is still, you know, my best friend. So I real guy stuff I need to get off my chest, he's the guy I call.
Okay. And we all definitely need somebody to lean on in these trying times. And you definitely help us when we try to get through with some of that laughter, some of that comedy. And we appreciate you coming in night in, night out. Now, if folk want to catch, I know you say you're down in Atlanta. What's going on down there? What made you transition to Atlanta?
Well, you know, when Monique and I were doing radio together, and when she got the opportunity to do television, she called me and told me that we would be rolling. But, you know, the next question is, are you willing to relocate? And I was like, yeah. You know, we actually shoot the Monique Show here in Atlanta. So, you know, I brought my family out here. We bought us a home. since moving here, and this is why I make my home now. It's actually a lot easier to travel throughout the country from here too. So it's a good thing, and I built my brand big enough before I moved here where I can still work. You know.
Right.
So I just shot another movie the other day. You know, I think that the industry is coming to the South. You know, Hollywood, Black Hollywood is coming south.
Right, right. So now you're mentioning you just shot a film. What are some of the upcoming projects we can look forward to seeing you in?
Well, the movie I just shot is a film by the name of Soul Ties. I did a role in that, and I got a movie coming out with Chris Rock. I mean, not Chris Rock. Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock. And it's a drama about comedy called The Laugh Loud. And I'm looking to shoot my comedy special, Rodney All the Way Live. So that's in the works. I'm producing it myself, and we're just trying to take it to the next level and really, you know, go on the real you call it the mainstream. We're trying to get in the full-fledged stream of it all. If that makes any sense.
Right. All right. Well, Rodney, for some of the folks, I know we got to get you up out of here, but if somebody wants to keep in touch with you, see what you got going on in the future, do you tweet? Do you Facebook? How can they get a hold of you?
I am the king of all social media. I still got a MySpace page. That's how gangsta I am. I have a MySpace page. Of course, I have a Twitter. My Twitter, I'm at Rodney Perry. My Facebook is It's Rodney Perry. And my website, RodneyPerry.com. If you can't remember any of the other things I said, just go to my website and you can click into my Facebook, my Twitter, or any other my other forums as well. And I also have a Blog Talk Radio show that I'm going to start back doing real soon. So you'll be able to check that as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the Perry world.
All right, that'll work. Well, Set Free fam, you heard it right here first. Rodney Perry on the line. Rodney, we want to thank you for hanging out with us on the show. It's been a pleasure just talking with you and getting some of your insight into the entertainment biz.
Hey, man, thank you so much.
And yo, fam, this is Set Free Radio. We'll be right back in a minute.